Hello, and welcome to the Wedding Favours Podcast. My name is Ollie Stephens. I'm a musician, singer, songwriter from Devon in the southwest UK, and I'm very grateful that you've pressed play on this podcast episode. This is my very first ever podcast episode, hence why it's called Episode 1, Introduction. And I just wanted to let you know that this is not going to be the usual setup for future episodes, or at least not for all of future episodes. This is me recording in my front room in my house through my laptop, using my phone as a camera, using Logic Pro, but I have very little knowledge on mixing. I don't even know if this is going to sound right, but I'm hoping that it is. So anyway, that's the little kind of disclaimer out of the way. All future episodes are going to sound much better than this. Certainly the ones with guests involved. And if this sounds okay, then I might use this setup, this home setup, for bonus episodes that are maybe geared towards helping other musicians who are wanting to be wedding singers and getting into the wedding industry. But primarily, Wedding Favours Podcast is about helping brides and grooms who are in the early stages of planning their wedding. And the guests that I have on are professionals in their category, whether it's photographers, videographers, florists, venue owners, wedding planners, makeup artists, that kind of thing. And the first 3 episodes have already been recorded with guests. So episode 2 is going to be the first guest episode, and that is Jade from Ivy House Photography, who I am so grateful for agreeing to be a guest on the podcast when it hadn't even really hatched. And as of April 25, nothing's been released. So this is the introduction, and then you're going to hear episode 2, which is Jade. Episode 3 will be Nicola from the Wedding Planning Lounge. Episode 4 will be Sean Raymond, who is a wonderful videographer, and he was really nice to chat to. Everyone's been lovely to talk to and so supportive of the podcast, and I feel like I'm creating a network, a support network, and that's what I want the podcast to be. As much as I want it to help those brides and grooms, I want it to be a network as well. And there's a great network of wedding suppliers in Devon that I know of, and I'm sure wherever you are listening in the country or in the world, you'll have your own wonderful network, and that feels good, and that's what I want to keep going. I want that good feeling to remain. So before I carry on getting into the podcast too much, I just want to give a quick introduction to myself. My name is Ollie Stephens. I am a musician. I've been performing for about 25 years in public. And in a nutshell, I started off as a solo guitarist, then got into a duo. Then that duo, we formed a band. And then 2012, I went back to being a solo singer, solo performer. And between 2012 and 2016, I built up enough confidence, is one thing, but connections and experience to go full-time self-employed. Then, of course, we had coronavirus, and I went back to employment. I worked as a primary school teaching assistant, which was fun. I did 3 years of that, 3 different schools. And now I'm just on the edge of going back to being self-employed as a musician. And with my free time, I'll be creating and promoting this podcast. And as well as that, I'll be building on my own business as a singer, and you can check me out online, thedevonweddingsinger.co.uk. You can follow me at olliestephens.music. You can follow this podcast at Wedding Favours Podcast. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. I really, really love weddings. I just love not only how much it kind of boosts my ego when somebody says, can you come and perform for our special day? It's like, wow, what a compliment to me as a performer, as a singer, a guitarist. But I love the electricity and the emotion. And I do find it really hard not to get emotion when it comes to certainly those mushy moments, in the ceremony, and hearing maybe the bride's the groom's speech, or anyone's speech. It just makes me feel something, because I'm a sensitive person, which I think is my superpower, by the way. I think anyone that says that you're too sensitive, I don't know, I don't agree with that term. I think that sensitivity is important, and in this industry, it's good to be sensitive and good to be aware, and to apply emotion. You can't go and perform at somebody's wedding and not feel any emotion. Well, you can, but I can't help but feel emotion, and I love it. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm going to keep this introduction short and sweet. I just wanted to say thank you very much for being part of this journey. You're already part of the community, in fact, by clicking play, by following me on Instagram. And yeah, you're already here. You're already part of the community. If you love this podcast, and if you enjoy and have learnt some things from this podcast, then please give me a review. That really helps me. That helps us. And give me a follow on all the social media platforms too. I don't think there's anything else to say, really, other than hello and thank you so much. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts and ideas. And maybe if you are a couple who would like to be a guest or guests on the podcast, then please get in touch. We'd love to hear from people who have already tied the knot and who have had that experience that we want to share. So yeah, do get in touch. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care of each other.